still wrapping my head around the fact that we're moving into the year 2954. I've been spending the first few days of this year exploring the verse and finding a new home with my little co-pilot here. Some new settlements have popped up and the people have been extremely hospitable to the kid and I, but we're nomads. Can't stay one place for too long. Don't get me wrong, we love the warmth of the fire and the fresh mountain air, but we do need to spice up our lives every once in a while so we don't go too stale. I've got our Corsair packed up with everything we need for a trip or two around the verse. The only thing I'm missing is a handful of credits to keep my quantum tank topped up, and thankfully Microtech has some more gifts to give us before we completely leave it behind. There should be no surprise that our ship of choice is the incredible Drake Corsair. It's the perfect size for the kid and I, and not to mention it has some space for anyone that may need a ride.
Now where do you think you're going?
Our ship feels a bit empty right now, so our first goal is to get a few extra guns, and to do that I accepted a contract to go and clear out a bunker full of Ninetails. They have some armor, that's okay, but most importantly they have weapons, and lots of ammo. I'll need all I can carry if we want to stand a chance out here. Under the cover of darkness, the kid and I make our descent. And now, I don't have a lot of offensive options, so this little pistol will have to do for now. I've been tweaking it and recently got it to fire at full auto, so I need to go test it on something breathing. Unlucky for me, this elevator was the only option down into the bunker, and that just happens to be the noisiest option, because as soon as I turned the corner, I could just tell the Ninetails were on edge and ready to fight. My little pistol was able to hold off some of the goons that pushed up, but eventually some more juiced up members could sense that I was getting down on my last few bullets and wanted to come up and push on me. Joke's on them though, this little guy is lethal at close range. So out of pure desperation, I used my tractor beam to retrieve a new weapon and some ammo. Just in time too. One more member was closing in on me. I took my new rifle and cleared out the rest of the riffraff. They were unarmed, but I wasn't going to be fooled by just leaving them breathing. Plus, I was paid to clear out this place, which meant no more heartbeats. And now with 15K burning a hole in my pocket, I felt confident, and so I spent a few extra minutes looking and gathering ammo for the journey ahead.
Oh my god, you can't help but leave a mess, can you?
While I was looting, I picked up a data chip from one of the gang members which told me where their leader was. I wanted to go for the bonus points, so I headed off to a nearby moon to track him down and end this little operation once and for all. He was in a pretty tough place. There wasn't anywhere for my ship to safely park, so my only option was to land about 2 kilometers away and drive on in. It's better to do this anyway, maybe I can get the element of surprise on him. Of course I ruined my hover quad on its maiden voyage. Whatever. Having a hover tricycle is fine, it still works, I just literally needed to get home and off this moon before the weather gets any worse. The wreck of this caterpillar was massive, and the limited visibility from the storm wasn't doing me any favors. Thankfully, I got a little glimpse of the target when the wind died down for just a second, and I was able to line up a shot and get this mission finished. With this section of the Ninetales taken care of, I still have the issue of getting back to my Corsair. The kid can't fly just yet to come pick me up, but lucky for me, this hover quad is just built different, and I was able to get back to the Corsair safely. I guess I just owe it a thank you, and so I'll repair it later, but for now, I just need to get out of here before any more Ninetales show up. Today is a very dangerous day in the verse, because not long after I left this moon, I picked up a distress beacon for an 890 jump that was being hijacked by pirates. The security is known for being awful on board these ships, so boarding it would be a little bit too easy. I was just scanning the area when suddenly I was ambushed by 2 fighters patrolling open space for people just like me, but they did not stand a chance against my fully ballistic Corsair. Once I took care of the fighter escort, I found a nice safe parking spot, because the only thing left to do now was jump. Sadly for me, the pirates did not roll out a red carpet for me, but they definitely had a welcome party waiting. That eldritch horror of a pirate almost did me in. Thankfully, I came prepared and stopped my arm from bleeding and used the 890's bulletproof glass to my full advantage. With my ammo reserves running low and a tier 3 injury plaguing this mission, I need to mop up the last of these pirates and get to a space station before things got any worse. Bar is cleared. Now it's time to check the belly of this beast. I am almost done. I just need to clear out the last of these fools. since these guys aren't going to be needing their armor anymore, I figured I would send a few of them down the cargo elevator so I can park my Corsair and make getting their gear a lot easier for me. I am a big fan of the pirate outfit of choice, and so it never hurts to have a few extra sets lying on board the ship just in case I need to blend in, I guess. Now here's the best part of my Corsair right now, the organization. I have these 2 large containers in the back. One is for food and drink, and the other's for armor. Everything has a home on my ship. Now I desperately need to take a break and catch my breath. My arm has a couple more holes in it than I remember being there, and my hydrogen tank is looking a little bit thirsty. And Port Tressler was the nearest place, and I did spend some extra time stocking up ammo so I don't run into any more awkward situations like I just was in. But before I left, I wanted to take a peek down the cargo area. I set out some food for a little friend a few days ago, just some trash apples. I wanted to check in and see if I caught the rascal who's been eating my couch. Wouldn't you know it, I finally got this little guy. This jerk's been eating my couch in my hideout for weeks now. But he'll make a great addition to the crew. I just hope he doesn't take a bite out of the kid while I'm not looking. Before we can leave Microtech, I need to scratch another name off my hit list. This guy is hiding out on the top of a mountain of all places. It's a little bit rough to get to. I can't even park my ship properly. She's just too big. I actually had to park my ship in a very scary and irresponsible way. So kids, please don't try this at home. My target had some pretty cool looking gear, and again, I thought I would add his armor to my collection, just in case I needed to blend in. Okay, now I really have a problem. There are just too many bodies on my ship, and I'm starting to look more like a serial killer and less like a freelancer. So it's time to do some spring cleaning.
A trail of bodies? You've gotta be kidding me.
We deserve some R&R. Microtech has some beautiful views, and if I had a flag with me, I'd definitely put my land claim right here. I'd like to say that this is a pretty successful last day of Microtech. I heard there were some more nomad outposts on Hurston, and I want to go check those out. Maybe we'll find a new home, or maybe some new crewmates too.
I'll be following up on the lead that you had. You were right. They're taking our contracts and heading this way.
Nice shot, kid. You took the cap right off that bottle. You're getting scary good with this rifle, but that's enough practice for today. Clear the chamber and pack it up. I think it's time we change up the scenery. Microtech has been a wonderful place to call home for the last week or so. I could easily justify putting my land claim here and make it a cozy little empire on a ridge on a mountain overlooking some valley, but the Stanton Galaxy is a large place and it wouldn't be fair to settle down after seeing just one planet. So today, we're making the journey towards Hurston, the smoggy jewel of Stanton. I've heard some hype about it over my Moby, and so I'm excited to see what all the fuss is about. The crew and I had a little meeting to talk about food distribution, cleaning responsibilities, and what our overall goal should be with our nomadic journey through the stars. I told them that I wanted to create a foothold somewhere in Stanton, and to bring in some extra crew with the credits that we make. They didn't seem to understand the mental stress of having a penguin, a turtle, and a houseplant was causing me. Our conversation was cut short though by a contract that came up through my Moby. Somebody needed a package picked up from an outpost, so I told the crew to strap in and get ready for landing. Given we just traveled a few million kilometers, my quantum tank needed to be filled, and I needed the credits. The oil rig is the most inviting place. The contract mentioned this place was owned by the Dusters, and I should be careful not to piss anybody off. The Dusters are kinda like me, they're pretty new to Stanton, but they've been making quite a name for themselves. People have been actively raiding their settlements for their armor, and I gotta admit, I've been guilty of a few raids myself. Ooh, what's this? Somebody's been talking to someone with, wow, very deep pockets. I don't know half the names on this list, but there has to be close to 500 million credits tied up with this cargo manifest. I can't download anything from here, but there might be another terminal close by. A cozy little shack. Keep this place in mind. Maybe it's for sale. Alright, what's in here? What? Wow, it's not password protected or anything? Clovis Darnell. Your name is all over this manifest. What do you know?
Boarding. Unauthorized remote access detected. Cargo manifest compromised. Please advise.
I was able to pull some rough information off the laptops that I found at the rig. They all talked about some major players moving cargo of all kinds around Stanton. Maize, weevil eggs were just some of the most expensive items on that list. The locations of these goods were scrambled, but all the orders came from one place, reclamation and disposal, from some guy named Clovis. And I think it's time to go to Lorville and see what he has to say about those shipments. If I can get my hands on just one of those boxes, the crew and I would have enough credits to really make a difference in our lives.
Yeah. Still alive, I think. My name is Clovis Darnell. Wonderful to meet you. Another soot-filled, chemical-stained sunrise brings another chance to avail ourselves of our current situation. The devil's in the details, I believe. Read them well. Splendid. Wonderful. Best of luck.
From our short conversation, Clovis let me in on the fact that he had been double-crossed. He did put in those orders for all that cargo, but either the crews or somebody else was taking the cargo and running. And the only way that he was ever going to get his money back was pure luck of somebody just having a conscience, or through somebody like me. All I had to do was recover some experimental tech that would help zero in on the cargo. And once I found the cargo, I could take whatever would fit into my ship as a bonus. The scanner we're after is on a satellite which just coincidentally went down nearby. I just hope that the tech survived the crash. I got the hardware, but all that programming is locked behind some pretty beefy security. I'm going to need to crack this before I can slot it into my ship's scanners. As I was about to leave this crashed satellite, my helmet's communicator was picking up some strange readings somewhere deeper in the wreck.
This message is for all freelancers that have contracts with the Scion. The plan has changed. You've all been marked for death by Clovis. He's got some new team working the case. Get your shipments back to base before it's too late. It's only a matter of time before they had you in their crosshairs. Trust no one. And remember, the stars bow to the unbroken.
I let Clovis know that I had the signal booster, but it was no good unless someone could hack into it. His idea was to break into a Hurston security bunker and plug it in there and let his guy work some magic. I hated the idea, but if I wouldn't do it, he would get somebody who could. So because I didn't want to be public enemy number 1 at Hurston, I took his coordinates and headed down to the bunker. I had to park a good distance away though to keep my ship safe, and I just let the kid know to leave the engines running in case we needed to make a quick escape.
Alright everybody, buckle up. We're coming up on that bunker. Kid, full power to shields. Turtle, make sure that back door is locked. And Plant, the air smells pure in here, so keep it up.
I really did not want to send any innocent people home in a body bag, but I did still come prepared in case somebody wanted to play hero. This bunker had pretty light security, so I easily snuck past everyone and got into the server room. This place is a data gold mine. If Clovis wanted data instead of smuggled cargo, this would be the place to go. But I'm here for one very specific reason. Once I gave system access to Clovis's hacker, he went straight to work, taking down the security on this tech so I could put it in my ship and use it. And this guy worked fast too. Thank God, because I did not want to be trespassing all day in this bunker. Right as I was leaving, my fingers slipped while scanning the area and I accidentally ended this man's life. Just in time too, because the common rate came back up, and now if I shoot anybody, I will have a bounty on my head, and that will make things so much tougher for the crew and I. So I just sprinted out of there before anybody could figure out what was going on. I do have to say that I think everything is coming up cozy. I'm alive, the crew's safe, I have a new fixture that gives me contracts, and I potentially have a way to hunt down high-value criminals and their cargo holds. The only thing left to do was to get as much distance as possible between me and this bunker. I needed to slot in the scanning blade before any of the crooks jumped to a new system. And I think it's about time we throw that blade into my scanners and see what it can pick up. And while the scanners are doing its thing, it's time to let the crew know to get ready for a fight. The kid got ready and the other two, well, they didn't want to lose their seats at the table, but whatever. I don't even think they'd be able to pull the trigger on the turret anyway. Our scanners picked up a pretty massive haul of cargo coming from Magda, a moon of Hurston. As I got closer to the planet, I did pick up multiple hostile signatures, and before I knew it, we were in the thick of it. With the bounties taken care of, I went straight to scanning their cargo holds. The biggest ship had a huge payday inside, 2 full containers of weevil eggs. Now I just had to find out how to get them out of the belly of this ship. The winds of Magda turned this wreck into a giant sled. I tried everything to get in and stop it from sliding around. I thought maybe the industrial-sized tractor beam could slow it down, but that didn't work. Eventually I gave up and decided to pull some risky maneuvers in my ship to try and get a good angle on these containers.
Alright, kid, hold her steady. Whoa, 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 I said hold her steady! Dangerous back here.
Nothing was worth more than the lives of the crew, so I sadly had to let those weevil eggs sail off and over the horizon. Lucky for me, there were plenty of other wrecks to scan, and one of them just happened to have a large shipment of neon on board. It's not as expensive as eggs, but hey, this will still be a pretty big payday for the crew and I. But again, the problem is just getting these stupid crates out of their metal coffins. This 32 SCU crate is massive and would require some serious redecorating in my cargo hold if I even wanted to attempt to fit it.
She's tight like spandex, but hey, she fits.
I let Clovis know where part of his shipment was, and I headed off to sell a box right back to him, a little bonus for myself. These locations where you can sell illegal cargo are usually popular spots for the smooth-brained citizens to hide out and jump people like me. And I saw a C2 parked on the other side of the junkyard, but I noticed that it was tagged for removal, so I knew that the owner wasn't close by. But I still wanted to be careful. People could be hiding anywhere, and I don't want to risk losing the cargo or my ship. I did get very lucky and didn't run into any opposition, and the sell went perfectly. I actually sold that one box for $285K. I was happy, Clovis was happy, and the crew was going to be very excited about their new financial gain. I just won't tell them how we got rich. I don't think they'd understand the moral gray area that I'm currently in. So we spent the rest of the night talking about how we felt about Hurston until I took one too many sips from my flask and fell asleep.
So, what do you guys think about Hurston? It's the land of opportunity, right? It might be a little bit hard to breathe at times, but that's a small price to pay for financial freedom, right?
Down the hatch.
Sir, I have been tracking this cozy crew as you requested. They continue to take our contracts but have gone off course. They intercepted one of our cargo runners. They took millions from us.
Is that right? Then maybe it's time we take something of theirs.
If you've been following my story, you should know by now that no matter where you are in the verse, you can find a job. There's always somebody looking for some extra muscle. But you never know who else the fixer's working with.
Hey Twitch, it's been a while. How are you enjoying the criminal underworld of Art Corp?
Well, Pyro. If you're wondering back here, it says two things to me. One, that I'm an adventurous spirit. Two, we've got some time on our hands. Fortunately, I'm a freelance time manager. Glad to see good. That should be it.
It's always a pleasure doing business with you.
You can go now.
The crew and I were on our way out of Hurston airspace when we got a distress beacon from a ship that was out in the black. The message was vague and full of static, but I managed to trace the origin of the message all the way back out to this reclaimer. I see a few life signs on board, but I need to be careful. I'm not sure what I'll find. And plus I'm in too deep in this rabbit hole to bug out now, so the only thing left to do was jump into space and board the reclaimer through the airlock.
A little weird that the engines are still on, right?
There were obvious signs of a fight here. Who was the aggressor is to be determined, but it looked like the Ninetales were taken by surprise. This tablet had a code on it, but no more real information. Continuing down the hallway towards the crew quarters, I stopped in the captain's room to see what I could find. This place was spotless, with no real signs of the place really ever being used. Shame too. The view from this window is beautiful enough to almost make me forget why I'm even here. Passing through the mess hall, I could see even more evidence of a ship-wide assault. I'm gonna be lucky if I find any survivors, but hey, what is this? I think I found a new crewmate. I'll pick up this party penguin on my way out, because sneaking towards the cockpit, I could start to feel like I wasn't alone anymore. One sleepy guard later, I found my way into what looks like a makeshift operating room. Now, I don't think this place was run by doctors. Well, the work here looks crude and quickly put together, but regardless, whoever ran this operation is probably gone now, and they left behind some seriously top-shelf medical supplies that someone is bound to pay top dollar for. Now, obviously, I am excited for the money-making opportunity, but I'm also happy about my new crewmate. I know what you're thinking. I know we already have a Penguin co-pilot, but you know what? I am certain that they will both get along just fine.
I will always be blown away by the fact that you penguins can breathe in space. I'm not jealous. Okay, maybe a little jealous.
I introduced our new party penguin to some of the crew and proceeded to a place where I knew I could sell some medical supplies with no questions asked.
Okay, everyone, put on your black eyeliner and then buckle up. We're going to the edgiest place in the verse.
GrimHex is a place I like to avoid at all costs, but will visit if I absolutely have to. It's not that I have anything against pirates, it's just that I would rather be at a comfy rooftop bar at Orison instead of a rustic station stuffed in an asteroid.
This is the Cosmic Cozy crew asking for permission to land near the hospital. And could you also tell the owner of this Santalki Eye that they are a terrible person for taking up most of this pad for no reason?
The hospital staff here is always looking for more supplies, so this box of goods should help them out for a while. Now, I know they'll mostly be patching holes in pirates and gang members, but you know what? If I ever need a quick heal, hope they'll help me out. With the cargo dropped off and a few extra credits in my pocket, it was time to introduce my co-pilot to our new crew member. It didn't take long before we were trading stories, and our new penguin began to tell me how he ended up on that weird reclaimer ship. In deep space, there was a shipping hub that recently had an accident. And as he was telling me this story, I poked around the Moby for any more information. Came across a contract of a woman asking us to investigate.
Thank you for getting in touch with me. My husband recently died aboard the Gundo Kovalek station, but the company is refusing to pay out his insurance claim because they say he was at fault. There is no way that's true. I know my husband. Darnell had his problems, but that is all in the past. I know your time is valuable, and really, I just want to know the truth. Good luck, and I hope to hear from you soon, one way or another.
The tragic plea of a wife asking me to prove their husband's innocence was enough for me to accept that contract. Insurance money won't bring him back, but at least I'll be able to get her back on her feet.
Hey Darnell, it's Racine over at Corporate Ops. Give me a shout back when you clock in. Just wanted to follow up a bit on the distro issue. Talk to you in a bit. Bye.
This shipping hub is wrecked. There are holes blown in the sides of it, so whatever happened didn't leave any survivors. And as I floated around the station, I started to dig up the last few hours of Darnell and the crew.
Hey babe, I just got the package you sent. Thanks a million for the Moby mod. It is incredible. Sorry for the noise. The crew surprised me with a shindig.
Damn right we did. Hey, Anya!
Holy shit, is that a bottle of Esquire?
Oh, damn right.
How did you afford this?
Let's talk. Hey, Darnell! Hey! Darnell! Get in on this! Oh, come on.
Jeez, Darnell, look, just one. Yes, there we go.
Bye, Anya! Let's go. Darnell, one more.
Hey, look, I'm gonna get back to it, but let me know how your dissertation's going.
The night before the accident, there was a party, and I hope it was worth it, because I think I have all the evidence I need. The fact that I found our new crewmate at an organ harvesting ship tells me kind of everything I need to know. I sent the information over to the widow and wished her the best. Seems like her husband was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. The Ninetales attacked the station and kidnapped everybody on board. Now, I don't know who would want to do this to innocent people or even why, but nothing can change what happened. At least now there's closure for the families. But not for me. I managed to download some encrypted messages to the Ninetales enforcer, who was, coincidentally, one quantum jump away. He's hiding out on a platform near Orison, and I just want to pay him a little visit and put an end to his side hustle once and for all.
Alright, penguins, while I'm gone, the Blackburn is all yours. And don't adjust my seat again. I just got the way I like it. Oh my god, I can hear you in the cockpit. What did I just say about my seat? Okay, oh shit, just got in the elevator. I gotta be careful. Okay. Whoa, friendly target? No. Bad guy target still. God, these guys gotta get paid more. They're so dumb. There's the boss. Oh, I got something special for you. Small and mighty.
My lucky Coda pistol took the last shot and put an end to his operation. I collected his bounty and made my way back into orbit, where I turned on my experimental scanner and waited for some high-value cargo to show up near Crusader. It was all a waiting game now.
I thought I might find you here. Now, if you're done eating slop in this dump, I have a job for you. It's a top-shelf contract. The kind of money that'll get you out of this dump.
If you came all the way here to tease me, you're back in your rust bucket. Tell your master I'm done following the unbroken cult.
No, this time I'm coming to you as a friend. This particular target has been a pain in my side for far too long. He's elusive and is single-handedly collapsing everything that you helped build.
You see, the thing is, I'm already a rock bottom. I want to be 16-hander.
Don't sweat it. This contract comes with a few clones and a regen bed with your name on it. So, are you in? If the intel I got from Twitch is any good, we should be able to get into their system and find his ship registration with his last found location. Just be careful though, this place has seen better days, but the guards still care about their paychecks, so they will shoot on sight. Oh, that was way too close. What happened to you? You're feeling rusty, aren't you? Okay, let's clear this facility and get to the central computer. Follow me, I'll take point. Okay, I think I'm at the computer. Cover me while I dig in.
Secure file access override. Searching for the Cosmic Cozy crew. One query found. Last known location, Crusader system. Current location, unknown. Please wait while Conrad locates the fugitive.
Okay, I got what we're looking for. I think it's time to leave. I am not okay. I got holes in every inch of my body, but we know his ship information. And we just gotta wait for him to get into comm range before we can spring our trap.
Activity was starting to pick up all around Crusader. So Big Bad Bounty Hunter was nearby, which caused all of the illegal cargo runners to come out of hiding and try to escape. Lucky for me, my scanners had their exact locations as soon as they turned on their engines. There were some good hauls from that Reclaimer and Caterpillar, but I didn't want to take any low-level stuff. I wanted a big score, and none of these guys had it. Thankfully, just a short jump away was another group of smugglers trying to make their escape. Around this asteroid was a fleet of constellations being guarded by one Redeemer. I like the odds. With 2 cargo running fleets completely eliminated, I finally found my prize. An entire container of grasping weevil eggs. Now this could easily give me millions if I play my cards right. But before I can even think about selling my cargo, I needed to repair and restock my weapons. I had less than 100 rounds of my Gatling guns, and that was not enough to protect myself if something went wrong. And since my cargo is labeled illegal, I can't just go to a station, or I run the risk of being scanned by security and arrested for my cargo, and I don't want to do that. So my only option now is to go to a mining outpost and repair there. And here is where I could show you one of my biggest pet peeves. I don't know who does this, but people just continue to leave their crap on landing pads. And since this tank is just sitting here, I can't do anything. I can't even blow it up or else I'll get in trouble. Also, hi to whoever flies an MSR named Second Star to the right. It's a pleasure to see you. Safe travels to you, my friend. I then went back to Yellow where I saw another citizen flying with a Valkyrie. Now, I don't know what they were doing, but they seemed friendly enough. Unlucky for me though, this pad was also way too cluttered to heal or restock. So I quickly left Yellow behind and went to one last place before I risked going to a station to repair. Looks like our luck might have changed. It seemed like nobody has been to this outpost on Sullen in a long time, and that's totally fine with me. I have this whole place to myself, and I can finally get the work done that I needed. We've had quite a busy day at Crusader, so I think it's time to say goodbye for now. Plus, I need to go sell this box to our good friend Clovis, back at Hurston.
Cozy boy, are you surprised to see me again? I really thought that you were better than this. I can't believe you died to get away with stealing our cargo for so long. Come with us peacefully, or we might just let your crew go.
Well, this is just great. Looks like my bounty hunting days actually pissed somebody off. Crew, get ready. I'm going to need all hands on deck for this one. Okay, ouch. Those went right through the shields.
Target down. Goodbye, cozy crew.
Alright, missiles hurt. We all learned something new today. And it looks like the engines, quantum, and shield systems are completely fried. Can you go get the crew together? I think we need to talk our way out of this, and 5 heads are better than 1. Well, everybody, at least we crashed somebody with a decent view. The Hurston air kind of stinks, but... Wait, oh my god, that wasn't the turtle, was it? Alright everybody, it is no surprise that we need to do some serious repairs. There's an outpost a few kilometers from here, so can I trust you guys to watch over the ship while I'm... Wait, do you hear something? Hey you, the rat. Put that gun down. My ship has enough issues already. I don't want to add scrubbing your blood out of the cargo hold to that list. What are you doing here anyway?
Alright, take it easy. All I need is this part and I'll be out of your hair. How's that sound?
I'm not the biggest fan of somebody scraping my ship for parts, but if there's a free ride to Lorville involved, I think I might manage.
Deal.
Perfect. I just need to tell the crew the plan.
With my ship's parts loaded into the Cyclone, the adventurer and I had some time to get acquainted while we rode off towards his ship to make the repairs he needed. His name is Fatbird, another adventurer similar to myself. He was traveling over to Lorville when his ship's cooler malfunctioned, and he had to do an emergency landing. He saw the dogfight that I was in and went to go check out my ship for salvage, and well, he found me instead. I did feel a little bit bad leaving behind my crew like that, but you know what, I'm sure they'll be fine. There are plenty of snacks on board to keep them alive, and you know what, as long as the turtle doesn't eat the houseplant, I think I'll be happy. My cooler fit perfectly into his ship, and with no hesitation, the ship's systems came online, and before we knew it, we were on our way to Lorville. Fatbird told me that he had a friend that could possibly help me out, so he set up a meeting with them, and of course, I'd have to do something for him first.
Hello. I'm Constantine Hurston, of the Hurston Dynamics Hurstons, junior outsourcing agent. Your contracting file has been assigned to me. Let's begin, shall we? There is an open job. I'll just assign you to the case file. My supervisors will be happy to hear it.
Constantine Hurston. Yes, the same Hurston family that the whole planet is named after. Apparently someone stole a family heirloom from him and nobody has been able to get it back. At least, nobody wants to get their hands dirty to get it back. Hurston and I agreed that if I get his heirloom back, he will get my ship towed and repaired, no questions asked. I needed a ship though, so I threw Fapper a couple credits to join me on the suicide mission, and lucky for me, he did say yes. The bunker is controlled by Ninetails, and they don't take kindly to uninvited guests, so Fapper did a quick scan of the area and found a safe place for us to land and drive in the rest of the way.
Last chance for a gear check. Everybody in there is hostile. Keep an eye out for that safe. We need whatever's inside.
Oh, I'm always ready. Let's get to it. Nice shot. I'll take point from here.
Family war metal acquired, I hand-delivered it back to Constantine, and as soon as the metal hit his desk, he typed up a message and told me that my ship was being taken care of, and so the Blackburn will be back in action very soon. He also gave me some information on who was responsible for all of that damage, and this is something I need to discuss with Fatbird. So we went up to Evers Harbor to discuss my little problem while my ship was getting some repairs.
Thanks for all your help back there. The rescue, the gunfight, the everything. But I've got one more job if you're interested.
Sure. Let's hear what kind of plan you've got cooking up.
Okay, so for the last few weeks, I've been picking up chatter about a... Wait, Kalani? Kalani, is that you? Get over here, come say hi to our new friend. Kalani, meet Fatbird.
Hey, hey.
Nice to meet you, Fatbird.
You could not have picked a better time to show up. I was just about to go over the details of a job that I might have. And I could actually use your help if you're free.
Oh, yeah, I've got time. I was just coming in from Microtech and needed to stop here to refuel. What'd you have in mind?
Perfect. Well, since you're joining us, we do need a bigger ship. Is there any chance Fee is up for the task?
What do you think? Of course she's ready. Oh, and you haven't seen her new paint job.
Okay, well just let me finish this burrito and I'll tell you the details on the way. So Constantine Hurston gave me a little intel as a bonus for helping him out, and I know exactly how we're going to get revenge for my ship. Kalani, I need you to drop us off and provide cover from the air. Fatbird, you're with me. I need you to cover my back and make sure we clean out this whole outpost. And before we go in there, I just wanted to let you know that none of this would be possible without you, and I couldn't be more proud to be associated with the crew like this one we have right here. You're putting a lot on the line to help me out, and just know that I do the exact same for you. Now, let's go make Stanton a little bit safer and show this guy that he shouldn't mess with the cozy crew. in here. Can you cover the door and have Kalani do another pass just to make sure that the air is clear?
Yep, we'll keep it locked down out here.
Okay. Wish me luck. Hey guys, I think we got some bad intel. Damn, you hit hard.
Before I put an end to your little run around the verse, I wanted to let you know just how insignificant your actions were. All that time, all that potential, wasted. I will continue my pollution of Stanton. The plant can't be stopped.
So is this normally how your missions end? Seems like you're always in a predicament to make new friends, huh?
Oh, this? Yeah, this is normal. Just a gang leader from Pyro, thinking that the drug cult will be the one to topple the UEE. Thanks for the help, though. Now I just need to make sure that this guy doesn't get back up.
Oh, this feels good. With that loose end tied up, I was actually able to breathe a little bit easier. And so I said my goodbyes to Fatbird and Kalani. For now, mercenaries like that are rare, and you best believe I'll be keeping their contacts in my Moby for a long time. And I got word that my ship was ready for liftoff, and my crew was just as eager as I was to get on to the next adventure. And it's kind of amazing to think back a little bit. This adventure only started a few weeks ago, and with just one crew member, and here we are, a crew of 5 and growing. So after a quick discussion, we all thought that it would be best if we pack up and head on to the next frontier, to the source of all of our problems. Who knows what waits for us in Pyro? But with a crew like this watching my back, I'm sure we could take on anything that the verse throws at us.